Welcome to Open Your Reality. My name is Chad. What if I told you a series of strange disconnected events, from missing scientists to eerie sea creatures washing ashore, might actually be pieces of a much larger puzzle? And what if the truth is just hiding in plain sight? Because today we're not just talking about David Wilcock, who I talked about in the last two videos. We're talking about a pattern that includes a mysterious police audio clip surrounding Wilcock's alleged suicide, scientists disappearing not just in the United States, but also in China, a bizarre oarfish sighting in Cabo, often called a doomsday fish, and a deadly plane crash involving an aerospace defense engineer and his family. That happened this past week, and even reports of a shooting at a White House dinner meeting. Now, are these just random events? Or is it something bigger unfolding right in front of us? And before we go deeper, I want to show you a few clips. First, that oarfish washing ashore in Cabo. If you've never heard of it, this deep-sea creature is rarely seen. And in many cultures, especially in Japan, it's known as a harbinger of disaster, an omen that something major is about to happen.
This video has been causing panic across the internet after two rare doomsday fish washed ashore on a beach in Cabo, Mexico. Creatures are called oarfish, long ribbon-like deep-sea animals that normally live thousands of feet below the surface and are almost never seen by humans. According to Japanese folklore, oarfish are known as messengers from the sea god's palace and are said to appear before major disasters. In reality, when oarfish are seen near the surface or close to the shore, it often means they're sick, injured, or dying, which is one of the reasons why sightings are so rare. But because of the old folklore surrounding them and recent current events, the appearance of two at the same beach quickly sparked alarm online.
Coincidence? And then there was the police audio connected to David Wilcock's alleged suicide.
David Wilcock made a disturbing 911 call moments before he took his own life. Well, at least that's what they're saying. Let's talk about it.
640-528. Party said sorry and then disconnected.
Hold all traffic, he's got a gun.
Copy, there's code 3 on county law at 1104. Copy, shots fired and all other traffic can go law 2. All other traffic law 2, code 3 continues.
He still got the gun to his head. Looks like he fired a test round.
Copy, gun to his head, fired a test round at 1105.
5624 AMR 3, just information. The party did fire a test round at this time.
Let me get a couple more units with a shield. Male looks like he shot himself in the head. But I'm still concerned about this house.
Copy.
Have a shield anywhere?
Copy, 587 has a shield. Party possibly did shoot himself in the head.
Again, I'm not confirming it's real. It could be AI. It could be altered. Or it could be authentic. I genuinely don't know. So I'll leave that part up to you. But what matters isn't just whether it's real. It's why events like this are happening right now. At the same time, we're hearing about scientists, high-level experts in aerospace, propulsion systems, and advanced technology turning up dead, missing, or under suspicious circumstances. And I made a video about this last week. And it's not just one, not two, but reportedly over a dozen. And here's where it gets even more interesting. This isn't just happening in the United States. There are reports of similar incidents happening in China as well. Scientists in similar fields, similar timelines, and similar outcomes. So naturally, you have to ask yourself, what are these people working on? And what did they find? One theory that keeps coming up is anti-gravity propulsion technology, and that could completely change how we travel, of course, how we generate energy, and honestly, how power is distributed across the entire planet. Now, I know what you may be thinking. That sounds like science fiction, and we've seen a lot of it in the movies, books, but is it really? Because not long ago, wireless communication, artificial intelligence, and even space travel sounded absolutely impossible. Nikola Tesla, the great physicist and scientist, once said, "If you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration." Tesla believed in free energy, energy that could be accessed by everyone, anywhere. And what happened to him? His work was shut down, his funding disappeared, his research was scattered and he died penniless in a New York hotel, and all of his papers were confiscated by Donald Trump's uncle. So here's the uncomfortable question. If someone today discovered something similar, something that could disrupt entire industries, what do you think would happen to them? Would they be celebrated or silenced? I think it's the latter. Now, layer that question onto what's happening with these scientists. And suddenly, it doesn't feel so far-fetched. And then there's the story of the aerospace defense engineer. This was a military veteran who recently died in a plane crash. This was last week, along with his family. There was no video, no viral clip, just a headline. And yet, it also fits the pattern. Experts in critical fields, gone, one by one. Now let's zoom out further. We've got whispers of ancient civilizations like the Tartarians, who some people believe had access to advanced technologies long before our time. Anti-gravity structures, free energy systems, architecture that still baffles modern engineers. Now, whether you believe that or not, here's what matters. The idea that advanced technology can exist and then, poof, disappear. Because history has shown us that's not impossible. Electric vehicles existed in the early 1900s. Did you know that? Free energy concepts were being explored as well. And innovation was happening at a remarkable rate. And then all of a sudden, it stopped. Or at least it slowed down dramatically. Why? It always seems to come back to three things here: money, power, and greed. Because if you control energy, you control everything. And that is why the Iran conflict is going on. Now, think about today's world. We're more connected than ever through the internet here, and it's a great thing in certain ways. In other ways, I would like to go back to the way it was in the 1980s and early 1990s, when we didn't have internet or cell phones. Because I think the internet has made life quite complicated. But the internet has made information nearly impossible to contain. So if there was a groundbreaking discovery, it wouldn't stay hidden forever. And maybe that's why this moment feels different. Because while all of this is happening, missing scientists, strange events, unexplained phenomena, people are also feeling pressure in their everyday lives. Rising costs, economic strain, increasing taxes. I know I'm feeling it. And in some places, people making $1 million are paying close to 45% in taxes. Think about that for a second. Almost half of everything you earn is just gone. Boom, to the government. And for what? Because when you look around, infrastructure is crumbling. Healthcare costs are skyrocketing. I mean, personally, I am paying right now $900 a month for a basic bronze health insurance plan. And that's because there are many jobs out there today that do not pay health insurance. And that's not even for premium coverage. That's the minimum for a bronze plan. So where is all this money going? And why does it feel like the more we give, the less we get back? Now connect that back to everything else. If there really are breakthroughs being made, if there really is technology that could change everything and it's being held back, then suddenly all of these things start to feel connected. And even the smaller events start to stand out, like the reported shooting at a White House dinner meeting. It barely stays in the headlines. It comes and goes. But in a moment where so many unusual things are happening, it adds to the feeling that something isn't quite right. So let's come back to David Wilcock here. Was the audio real? What do you think? Was it fake? Was it something in between? I don't know, but I do know this. When narratives get messy, when information becomes unclear, that's when you have to start asking better questions. He talked about some very, very interesting ideas, and he made my life better. He didn't hurt me. He predicted 2012. There's a lot of people that predict things. Nostradamus didn't get everything right. Baba Vanga didn't get everything right? And we don't discredit them all the time. So why would we do it for David Wilcock? And I think once you get into the limelight and you get into the public
eye, people really love to crush you. Even me. There's somebody out there that takes my videos and makes fun of them. That's how, think about that. Think about how low value of a life you have if you have to take someone else's videos and make fun of them. Is that all you could do? You don't have any creativity where you can talk about something else? And so there's always going to be people out there, and in the comment section, people are going to speak the truth because they're basically anonymous. And that's good and that's bad. It's good in that we can find out what people really think, but it's bad in that it hurts a lot of people's feelings sometimes. And I would say 75% of the comments were in favor of David. They really enjoyed his work and they appreciated him. Some were super fans. And then you had about 20-25% of people who basically discredited his work, who disparaged him, and basically said he was a fraud.
Because maybe the point of all this isn't to give you answers. Maybe the point is just to keep you guessing. And I think that's what this matrix is. It continually keeps you guessing and on your toes. And even if there's a small chance that Wilcock or others knew something significant, then it raises a bigger question. How many others have known these things? And what happened to them? Now, to be clear, I'm not saying this is all some massive coordinated event. There's always a possibility that these are just coincidences, that we're connecting dots that don't belong together. But history has shown us, sometimes the dots do connect, and the people who ask questions early are the ones who see it first. Because as George Orwell said, in a time of deceit, telling the truth is a revolutionary act. So maybe the truth isn't so obvious. Maybe it's layered, hidden beneath distraction, noise, and speculation. But one thing feels very certain to me. If something big is coming, we're truly already seeing the warning signs. So now I want to hear more from you. Do you think these events are connected? What did you think of that police audio? Or is this just all coincidence? Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. And if you want more deep dives like this, hit that like button, subscribe, and check out the next video on your screen right here, because I come out with videos almost every single day. See you soon.